classical voyeurism, where someone is observing you engaging in private acts such as being naked, such as engaging in social activities. And we have the digital or the cyber voyeurism, where people have to use cameras, have to use smartphones, or hack to spy on you. Okay, so most victims will develop anxiety, that is the fear. They will always experience fear that people are watching them. And also, most of them are going to experience emotional distress.
And they stopped. For others, it became an obsessive behavior. And we want to look at what is this behavior? Is it a normal behavior? Is it a condition? And if so, what do we do if we experience such things? With me again is our African chocolate prince, our mental health expert, Joshua. Joshua, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and helping us with this all important topic. So the word, the big word, we normally call it peeping toms, but I know the mental health has a big name and it's called voyeurism. Please, from your background, what is voyeurism?
So voyeurism is a pattern of behavior where someone gains sexual arousal or gratification from watching someone or observing someone, where the person you are watching is unaware that you are observing him. Because that is voyeurism.
Alright, let me break it down. I am in a house.
Yes.
Someone might be peeping through my window.
Yes.
And I didn't give them consent.
Yes.
I'm not even aware that they're looking at me.
Yes.
But they find sexual pleasure when they see me naked.
Yes.
They find sexual pleasure
Undressing.
undressing,
Yes.
using the toilet or the bathroom.
Or engaging in sexual activity.
Or when people are engaging in sexual activity,
Yes.
they peep
Yes.
and they find satisfaction.
Yes.
That is called voyeurism. Is it a normal behavior?
No, it's not. So voyeurism is one of the disorder of the paraphilia that I talked about in the composite sexual disorder. Yes, and in 19th century it was recognized as psychological problem, and in this modern psychiatry it's now recognized as paraphilia disorder. Yes, so voyeurism has a lot of legal consequences as well, where if you engage in such behavior, in most countries, yes, they have laws that have to deal with you. So it depends on the local law and the severity of your behavior. Yes.
Alright, so it is a mental disorder.
It is a mental disorder.
Alright.
Yes, and this term voyeurism came from a French word called voyeur, which means observer or who looks. Yes, so in the French country, the person who brought voyeurism saw a young man secretly watching a woman, yes, engaging in sexual activity. And along the line, this same person was able to also identify some young man who was also watching a woman secretly undressing or naked. Yes, so they labeled the male voyeur as a peeping Tom. Or just, that's how they came about the name peeping Tom. Yes, so it was a male. Yes, it was a male. So most people who do or engage in these behaviors are males. Yes.
So the person who engages is a voyeur.
Yes.
The act is voyeurism.
Yes.
And mostly men engage in secretly peeping through maybe doors, windows, see people naked,
Yes.
and then they get sexual gratification from that.
Yes.
So in other words, they are not sexually intimate with you like person to person,
No.
but they are having sexual satisfaction, watching you being naked, doing your private life, having a bath, having urinating,
Yes.
taking off your clothes, and even being intimate with your partner,
Yes.
they get that satisfaction.
Yes.
And it's a mental condition. So, could it be that most of the time when we see boys take this practice, is he only dominant in boys, or is he something that women also can do? From mental health background, most of the voyeurs are again just men.
Oh yeah, so for scientific evidence, yes, when we talk about this behavioral studies have shown that most men engage in this act and few percentage of women do that.
Are there forms of voyeurism? Are there different forms of voyeurism?
Yes, we have forms of voyeurism, but that one depends on how it happens,
Okay.
how the behavior happens, how the exposure happens, how the person is observing you. So we have the classical voyeurism, where someone is observing you engage in private acts such as being naked, such as engaging in social activities. And we have the digital or the cyber voyeurism, where people have to use cameras, have to use smartphones, or hack to spy on you. Someone can hide a camera in your room and will be live streaming you. Yes, and we also have unintentional voyeurism, where someone have to bump into you accidentally. Then the person will decide to watch you for sexual arousal. Yes, so these are some of the forms of voyeurism. But this type of disorder, a lot of people have been thinking about how it happens. And when you look at the neurobiological research, they say we have some part of the brain. Yes, so when there is abnormalities of this part of the brain, and it's called the prefrontal cortex. So the prefrontal cortex is yes. So when we are able to do this, I think it will reduce the number of voyeuristic cases that we have in the world.
So the education is key. That's why Sex in the Temple, we talk about issues that people don't talk about, things that they are shy to talk about.
Yes.
People are aware, they know people who are peeping toms,
Yes.
but they just think, don't mind it, it's like that, why bother yourself?
Yeah.
But what we are saying is that we need to educate parents, especially women, to be careful how they expose themselves to their children.
Yes.
So caregivers, how you expose yourself to the child you're looking after.
Yes.
And secondly, to have a communication when you notice something with your child, that this behavior is abnormal.
Yes.
It has impact not only on you, but also on the person who is a victim.
Yes.
And if you don't stop, it will lead you to something else. So the education is not only about the voyeur himself, it's also for the victim as well.
Yes.
And if there is a need to seek early treatment, we should not be ashamed of it.
Yes.
Because imagine disrupting someone's behavior, someone's privacy for your own pleasure.
Yes.
So once we have diagnosed them now, what are the treatments that is available professionally? What's the help that is available?
We have the psychopharmacological one, but that one you have to be in the hospital, like a psychiatric hospital.
The settings,
Yeah, they can do that for you. And we have the cognitive behavioral therapy as well, where we have to, identify this negative thought pattern that is making you to behave like that.
Yes.
And we have what we call relapse prevention therapy.
Okay.
For that one, we focus more on the triggers.
Yeah.
Yes, and so that we can help you develop coping strategies to prevent reoccurrence. And we have legal and ethical counseling, where we have to guide you based on the actions and also guide you towards rehabilitation.
So a professional help is available?
Yes, it's available. When you come, we can help you and take you through sessions of therapy and also help you. And also we can, those with the impulse disorder, most people with impulse disorder, yes, they also engage in voyeurism. Yes, so what we do is we identify the unhealthy behaviors and we try to replace them with healthy ones. Yes, so that you can control your impulse urges. So these are some of the treatment aspects. Yes.
Yeah. I love the fact that treatment is available
Yes.
and people can seek help. You
Yeah.
don't wait until you have a legal charge, criminal offense attached to your name before you can go.
Yes.
So we'll talk about the voyeur. What's the effect on the victim? Me being watched, not knowing, and later finding out that I've been watched secretly, and this person has pictures of my private life, my intimate life. How does it affect the victim?
Yes, so most victims can develop anxiety. That is the fear. They will always have the fear that someone is watching them.
I want you to look into the camera and talk about the victim.
Okay, so most victims will develop anxiety. That is the fear. They will always experience fear that people are watching them. And also, most of them are going to experience emotional distress, such as anger and also shock, that when they find out that people are watching them. And also when they find out that there is recorded footage of this behavior, or them being naked or engaging in sexual activity, it can also bring embarrassment to them. They may feel humiliated, and they may even find it difficult to go outside because people are going to point hands on them. It can affect their finances because they will seek justice to that, and it will come with legal expenses. So they are going to spend so much money for seeking for justice. Yes, so these are some of the negative impacts on the victim.
Yeah, it's important that we talk about the victim because let's say in a world that is digital now, we have people who trade these videos in the dark web. They trade them in the dark web.
Some of them post it on
pornography sites, dark web, to get money,
yes.
And you are not aware and discovering that.
Yes.
It makes you so stressed out, it makes you feel so uncomfortable,
Yes.
you have trust issues,
Yes.
you don't trust people, it strips you of. I mean, this is all you have and it's private, it belongs
Yes.
to you. Without consenting, somebody taking advantage of that, it gives you a problem. So the treatment is available.
Yes.
Don't wait until you get a court order. Be mindful of hidden cameras. These are the places that you should be mindful of hidden cameras. When you go to a public place, especially public toilets, when you go to hotels, when you go to Airbnbs, be mindful of hidden cameras. Don't feel too comfortable and say, I can just have my way here. Check the mirrors, check the windows, check the bathroom, check other things. And be aware that voyeurism exists in a high level, digital, unintentional, and it is real. This is Sex in the Temple, and my name is